Interfirm collaboration on non-core competency functions, outsourcing.
For every supply chain, there are basic functions that have to be done no matter which firm does them. These supply chain functions include design, make, brand, price, promote, buy, sell, stock, display, deliver, finance, and manage risk and the relationship with the ultimate customer. Who should perform these functions in any particular supply chain? An important point is that no one company has to manage all these functions. In the early 1900s, Ford Motor Company attempted to perform all the supply chain functions for the purpose of keeping control of all operations. Ford owned the mines that produced the ore that moved on Ford Motor Company ships to Ford steel mills, where Ford steel was used to make Ford automobiles that were sold through Ford dealerships. The huge costs of capital for such vertical integration caused the company to rethink how to balance the need to control operations with the need to manage risk. Today, Ford prefers to integrate based on information sharing, not on asset ownership. Companies are constantly evaluating the questions, what should we do ourselves, and what should we allow someone else to do for us? If the company cannot do something cheaper than someone else, they must ask themselves if the function is a core competency. A core competency is something the firm does well that gives them a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Not everything done well, however, is a core competency. For example, being really good at running the company cafeteria does not give the firm a competitive advantage, and is, therefore, not a core competency. A core competency is something rare, valuable, hard to imitate, and not substitutable. Even though a function might be cheaper to outsource, if it is a core competency, it should not be outsourced. What is core? This varies for each company in the supply chain. The point is that non-core functions can be shifted to other firms in the supply chain. SCM, then, becomes a great alternative to vertical integration. An example of a firm that recognized its core competency is an American company, who is the number 2 manufacturer in the world of a particular type of electronics product, yet doesn't make any products. Kodak realized its core competencies were in R&D, estimating demand, and managing the product life cycle of its products. Over a 5-year period, it outsourced its production function to 5 manufacturing subcontractors, its delivery function to 3 global third-party logistics providers, and its financing function to an outside banking consortium. The results were a significant reduction in per-unit manufacturing costs, significant reduction in its logistics costs, and a substantial savings in financing inventories and operations. Interfirm collaboration is based on several antecedents: cooperative norms, information sharing, trust, respect, mutuality, conflict resolution mechanisms, reward sharing, and an interdependence that sustains and enhances the relationship. Consequences include risk reduction, benefits from shared managerial, physical, technological, and financial resources, and improved supply chain competitive advantage. Establishing and maintaining effective supply chain relationships can itself become a core competency. This will become apparent as more and more virtual organizations develop,